one. So have you ever wanted to just have some exercises that are just for posture? And so that's what Dr. Das and I are going to do today. We put together these exercises that are specific for developing posture and strength. And the way that we learn how to have posture is through repetition. So what we're going to do is I'm going to take you through this process. Just follow the video, practice it at home. We'll take you through each of the exercises, all the keys on the exercises, and the things that you need to do to be successful there. So the first thing that we're going to do is, Dr. Das, I'm going to have you take your toes and slightly turn them in just a little bit there, okay? And I'm going to have you put your weight on your heels, and I'm going to have you take your fingers and squeeze your fingers back like that, just like that. And then you're going to take your hands, you're going to push your hands down as hard as you can, and as you push them down, what I want you to do is I want you to bring your shoulder blades together and back. Now, watch that we're not doing this. It's about dropping your shoulders down and bring them back, okay? So you have your toes slightly in, your fingers pushing down to the ground. You see how his chest comes up, and then the weight's gonna be on the heels. How's that feel right now?
Like I'm stretching my shoulders.
Yeah, like you're stretching your shoulders. Because how do most of us spend our day? Like this, right? So the first exercise, and this is what you're gonna do, is you're gonna take your hands now, and you're gonna bring them straight up, keeping those shoulder blades in place. Good. Bring them all the way up until you come out straight. Keep going. Good. Is that hard right now?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, what we want to do is we want to make sure, a lot of times I find that when we do it first, we do it in a mirror, so you can actually see if your shoulder blades are, your arms are level. Now, what I want to do is if you can see out of your peripheral vision your hands, it means they're too far forward. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to push our hands out long. There we go. Now holding right there, I'm going to have you start to do small circles. Okay, a little bit bigger. So they should be about 6 to 8 inch circles. All right, and you'll start to see his arms are just going to start dropping down a little bit there. So if you're doing it in the mirror at home, just make sure you keep that up. You start to see your hands in your peripheral vision.
Yeah.
So start to bring them back right there. Good. Keeping your weight on your heels. There we go. Where do you feel that?
Right in between my shoulder blades.
Okay,
Back
good.
of my arms.
Good. Is it hard?
Yeah.
Really hard. And he's got more muscles than everybody else in the office combined. So do you see how he's starting to drop his arms down there? So when you're doing it in the mirror, at first keep it up here. There we go, a little bit higher on that right side. There we go. You feeling a little bit of a burn?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So if you feel like you're losing your place in your position, stop, drop your arms down, squeeze, push down, bring those shoulder blades back. There we go. Perfect posture. Now, keeping that tension, bring your arms back up. Good. And it's a good reset. So initially when you start doing this, you might not be able to, keep going in circles, you might not be able to notice it, so do it in the mirror. And if you start to find that your shoulders start to rotate, they start to twist, they start to see one arm higher than the other, make sure you catch that. Okay. Exercise number 2. We're going to do the same thing. Reset your, by the way, we're going to do that 40 times. So the goal is that you probably won't be able to do all 40 of them at once, but what we can do is like build up. So maybe you can do 10 of them or 5 of them, but the goal is we need to do the repetition number is the key. So I need to get you, if you can only do 1 at a time, do 1 at a time, but I have to have you do 40 at each time, okay? So the next one is, you're gonna do the same thing, toes slightly in, weight on the heels, fingers in this position, but this time we're gonna turn them out, okay? So now we're gonna turn those hands out, and you're gonna push down, bring those shoulder blades together, see how it opens up his chest there? Now you're gonna bring the hands up, good. Push your fingers out straight. Bring the hands back, but push your arms out long. Good. Now holding that position, keeping the palms up, keeping the thumbs pointed backwards, we're gonna do backward circles now. A little bit bigger, about 6 to 8 inch circles there. You feel that throughout your whole spine there?
Yeah.
Okay. So guess how many times we're gonna do this? 40, okay? So he's pretty strong, but what we're trying to do is re-educate his postural muscles there. So the goal is, and what I like about these is that when you can get to 40, you know you've really reset your postural holding muscles there. Feel it?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Now drop it down there. All right, good. So the next exercise is going to be what we call elbow curls. And so we're going to have that same position with right here, locking ourselves into place, all right? And then we're going to bring our hands up, keeping our shoulder blades, our shoulder blades together and back, hands down, keeping that tension in our shoulders. We're going to bring our hands up and out. So bring your elbows out, keep your fingers in your ears. I want your thumbs to be pointed down, okay? So one of the things that people will start to do, so bring your elbows together for me. There we go. Pinch my fingers, there we go. And bring it out. So we want that same tension where in your mid-back there. Now bring your elbows together. There we go. You got it. Good. Now as people start getting tired, what they'll start to do is they'll start to bend their wrist like this to get their elbow forward there. We want to avoid that because remember it's like perfect practice makes perfection, right? So we're going to work on this one. Bring elbows together again. Good. So you can see he's struggling a little bit there. What you'll find is after about 10 or 15, it'll start to become a lot easier there, okay? So, Peter. All right, so we're gonna do 25 of those. So for the forward circles, we're gonna do 40. For the backward circles, we're gonna do 40. For the elbow curls, we're gonna do 25 of those, okay? Next one. Assume the position. Toes in slightly, feet shoulder width apart, hands at the side. Anchor yourself. Feel those shoulder blades kind of set in place there. Now this time, what I'm gonna have you do is I'm gonna have you take your hands and go like this, okay? And push down. Now, keeping that position without moving your body, what I want you to do is to bring your arms up, keeping your elbows straight, okay? And you're gonna go up as far as you think you can go without starting to bend backwards, okay? Okay, good. That feels about right there?
Yeah.
Good. Now, what I want you to do is push up to the ceiling, give it an inch. Good. And I'm gonna have you hold it there. Okay? Keep those shoulder blades together and back. Good. Keep pushing up. Look up at the ceiling. Look up at the ceiling. There we go. Now, one of the mistakes that people make, turn to the side, is they start to do this. Okay? That's gonna put a lot of pressure on your back. Now, I'm gonna have them get that position, weight on your heels. Push up to the ceiling there. Good. So we're gonna hold it for about 30 seconds, okay? Now the goal is that we're gonna just, right now, holding at 30 seconds is our beginning, and you can take a break. Where'd you feel that?
Everywhere.
Everywhere. And you'll start to notice that he's gonna start to be sweating right now. We haven't done a lot of activity, but what it is we're stressing the nervous system in a constructive, positive way. And so when we do that, what it does is it actually will start, like, sometimes when you get adjusted, you get nice and warm after that because it starts to relax that nervous system, okay? The next thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna do what we call our ultimate abs. You want some ultimate abs?
Sure.
Okay, so we're gonna come forward into our lunge position, okay? Get that, and so we want that knee to be over our toe, okay? And so we want the toe to be straight forward, the knee to be straight forward. And so what we're gonna do is we're going to bring our arms back. So this elbow's gonna come back, this arm's gonna come up to 90 degrees. So they're at 90 degrees. And so then we're gonna switch like that, okay? Good. And switch. Good. All right? So now I'm gonna have you go a little bit faster, keeping those shoulder blades, there we go. A little bit faster, a little bit faster, faster. Very faster, even faster than that. There we go. So we're gonna do 30 seconds like this. You got this. Keep going. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, a little bit faster. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Exhausting, right?
Yeah.
So what that's going to do is that's going to work on the deep and superficial abdominal muscles, which are your stabilizers there. You're putting yourself into a position where you're trying to create balance and coordination. At the same time, you'll find that you'll be physically exhausted. Many times people are starting to breathe hard, their heart rate's going. That's only after 30 seconds. So then what we'll do is we're going to switch to the other side. And so we're gonna make sure we have the knee lined up with the toe, ankle right, the knee right over the ankle. We're gonna push our hands down. There we go, lock those shoulder blades in place there. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna get set position, elbows locked at 90 degrees, okay? And making sure that we're trying to come back. So now just slowly warm up there. There we go. Good. And again. Good. Now you'll see on his left side that elbow wants to come out. So making sure that we want to try to keep those elbows coming straight back right here. Okay?
Okay.
So there we go. So like you're trying to hit me with your elbow. There we go. A little bit faster. 10 more seconds. 10. There we go. And we want those elbows to stay at 90 degrees the whole time. 3, 2, 1. So the goal on this one, as you get better, you can come on up, is you want to, as you get better at it, you want to go fast. So when we're down in this position, we're at 90 degrees, we're at elbows here, and we want to be able to get to the point where we're holding and going at 90 degrees as fast as we can in that position. That's going to unlock the shoulders. That's going to stimulate the position sensors, so your body has a better position, understanding of how to balance and coordinate itself. Last thing.
All right.
That's the ultimate abs. This is going to be the ultimate squat, okay? So feet are going to be shoulder width apart. I'm going to have you go down into a squat. Okay, so do you see how he comes into the squat here? So do you see how his knees go over his toes? So what we're going to do is we're going to bring the knees back in line with the ankles. So bring your knees, keep your knees in line with the ankles. Okay, drop down. Now I want you to take your hands and put them forward, okay? So, and lift your butt up a little bit more, hands up a little higher. There we go, a little higher. There we go, hold that right there. Now you'll see that he's counterbalanced, so the knees are over the ankles there. Once again, he's gonna try to lengthen those arms as much as he possibly can. You'll feel a lot of the stress and strain right here. These are the postural muscles there. And it's gonna be a static position that we're gonna hold for 30 seconds, just right there. Good. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay. So, what did you notice about like the exercises there?
Definitely like getting some tightness right here, like low back area. As I lengthened, like it felt like it was kind of pulling more and more, and it was, I mean, my butt's on fire.
Okay, good. So we might call this the butt on fire exercise routine. You can call it whatever you want, but I challenge you to do these every day for the next 30 days. And let me know what you experience there, because what we find is that there's power in the pattern. Our spine's just a reflection of our lifestyle, and it's also a reflection of the things that we do on a regular basis. And remember, your nervous system is a reflection of what's happening in your spine, and your nervous system is a reflection of what is happening in your health. So many of us are sitting at home, we're working on computer surfaces that we shouldn't be working on, we're doing repetitive things that we've never done before, and we're experiencing things in our spine that we've never experienced. And in fact, since this whole COVID thing has hit, I've seen structural issues that I never thought I'd see. People that were previously stable, because of the lifestyle that we're living and the emotional, physical, and chemical stresses that they're experiencing now, more so than ever, those stresses are the things that create our subluxation pattern. So if we are subluxated, it interferes with how the brain communicates with the body communicates with the brain, and it affects our ability to deal with stress and our overall health. So at a time like this, when it's about being healthy, right? It's about having a strong immune system, a strong health. This is something simple that you can do on a daily basis. It's Dr. Osborne.
And Dr. Doss,
Make it a great day, and remember, your best workout is when?
your most important workout is always going to be your next one.
All right.